Thanks, Heron. Always entertaining. After all that holiday candy or red wine at year-end parties, some of you out there are probably thinking about your teeth, how to get them back into shape, and Dr. Sam Dar joins us now with some tips. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you have an interesting tool here that I understand has been featured on Dr. Oz, and it really focuses on the health of your gums, and flossing is really important. Tell us a little bit about it.
It is. Flossing is not something everybody looks forward to, unfortunately, but it is something that needs to be done regularly. So other than using a flossing cleanser between the teeth, now there's a new gizmo, a new gadget called Air Floss, which basically does the same thing. What it does is it will help floss, project air, cold water basically in between your teeth, and it does the exact same thing as flossing would do. It's a lot easier. It requires less manual dexterity, basically.
I understand we have a video that actually shows this process. Okay,
yes.
here's just like a promotional video for the Sonic Care, and it basically fires water through between your teeth.
Between the teeth, exactly. So it does the same job as a floss would, except it's a bit easier. Obviously, you don't have to manipulate. You don't have to wrap the floss around your fingers, and it's a relatively new product that was introduced at the American Association for Orthodontists meeting just a few months ago.
I would think that there'd be a lot of splashing with this, though, especially if you have tight contacts in your teeth.
That's exactly it. So you want to keep you want to clean the mirror right after in the wash.
Okay, that's a good tip. Okay, let's talk about teeth whitening. What's the difference between those do-it-yourself kits, the Quest White Swips, as I call them, because that's how you talk when you have them in your mouth. What's the difference between that and coming in for the professional laser treatments?
The main difference is concentration of the carbamide peroxide, which really turns into hydrogen peroxide, and that's what bleaches your teeth. The take-home product has a lower concentration, so somewhat safer, whereas the in-office bleaching or tooth whitening is done under the supervision of a dentist, so the concentration of the chemical within is a bit higher. Okay. And there's a misconception that it's called laser bleaching. Or the only thing that the laser does or the blue light does is it initiates a reaction, so it is a higher concentration. The results are quite similar, quite frankly, so there's not a huge difference.
It's good to know. Let's talk a bit about mouth guards for kids, because a lot of kids play sports, or even at night a lot of people have to wear a mouth guard because of grinding. So tell us a little bit about what to look for in a mouth guard.
Sure. Mouth guard, there's a difference. A night guard is for people that grind their teeth, and people wear that at nighttime. Obviously, when you get up in the morning, you take it off. Whereas a mouth guard is usually made for sports, people that play sports. So a sports guard,
I'll just hold that up so we can get a shot of it.
A sports guard is for people that play contact sports, be it hockey, football, what have you. And these can be custom made by a dentist. What they do is they protect your teeth and your jaw in case of an impact. And they do a good job. We've been seeing a lot less incidents and a lot less accidents since patients have been wearing the mouth guard or the night guard.
Okay. And they have to be fit specifically for your mouth, though?
Yes. They can either be custom made by a dentist, or you can simply just run them under hot water for 60 seconds and put them in and bite into them, and they will adapt to the shape of your teeth, so they become custom made.
Okay. Fantastic.
All right.
Now, let's talk a little bit about different options that people have for straightening their teeth, because there's a lot of celebrities that are doing something called Invisalign, and I actually have had Invisalign myself. Can you tell?
First thing you tell.
Well, I'm just kidding. But it really makes a difference for people who don't want to wear the metal in their mouth. So let's talk a little bit about Invisalign.
Yeah, well, Invisalign is basically a way of straightening your teeth. It's a new technology. It was invented late at the end of the century. What it is, it's plastic that will straighten your teeth gradually and slowly. So it's a series of aligners, and each aligner will straighten your teeth one step at a time, about 1/4 of a millimeter. The concept is the exact same thing as braces, and you see patients have to wear these aligners 22 hours a day. We allow patients 2 hours to eat and drink, obviously, but with every new aligner, your teeth will straighten the same rate as braces would, the same technique, but it is a removable appliance. It's obviously aesthetically more appealing. It's plastic, it's see-through, and if there's a special occasion, you can simply leave them out for an hour or two.
Now, we have some dramatic before and after pictures, actually.
Yes.
This is someone's upper jaw before using...
Before the treatment. A patient of mine that we treated a couple of years ago down here downtown. What we did is, this is what he presented with the first time I met him, and he says, I don't want braces, I want to straighten my teeth, but I want Invisalign. I've heard of Invisalign. What can be done? And
we have an after shot now, and the difference is quite dramatic. That's incredible. I can't believe that was just Invisalign.
Yes, 20 months later, that's exactly. The technique has evolved so much in the last 12 years. It used to be for minor cases. Now we can treat practically anything and everything with Invisalign. So we've come a long way.
What does it cost, though?
The cost is the same as braces.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The prices have gone down, so the cost is the exact same thing between braces and Invisalign.
Okay, but I guess that depends how bad your teeth are, as the length of time would really vary.
That depends on the complexity of the case and the time that it takes to straighten the teeth. So that varies anywhere from 12 to 20 months or so.
It's amazing. All right. Well, interesting stuff. Thanks so much for joining us in studio.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome.